Good morning, students. I hope you people are well. Today we will continue further the next topic of Monera, that is mycoplasma. Mycoplasma is the smallest prokaryotic organism, children, and it's also known as your pleuropneumonia-like organism. That is the causal organism for the pneumonia. Okay. Due to the absence of cell wall, it exhibits the pleuromorphism. Then after that, children, it is saprophytic in nature and it is an intermediate between a bacteria and virus. Okay, children, and they may have the property that is gram-negative in nature. Okay, children, they are not sensitive towards the antibiotics such as your penicillin and cephalosporin. See, this is a typical structure of your mycoplasma. As you can see, when circular structure, that spherical shape structure is there, cell membrane is present. Inside the cell, you will have the ribosomes. Then these bead-like structures are there, that is known as your DNA double-stranded. Okay, that is the genetic material. Along with DNA, RNA is also present and certain protein molecules are present. Then see, children, when we will see this particular structure, that structure is visible under microscope only. Okay. Then mode of nutrition, they may be parasitic, they may be saprophytic. Parasitic means they are disease causing. Saprophytic means they are going to depend on the dead organic matter. It may cause disease in humans such as your pneumonia, or it may infect the respiratory disease. Okay, and in animals, same thing, pneumonia and atelectasia in sheep and goat. Then in plants, it is showing you the bunchy top disease of papaya. What is bunchy top, children? If you will see the younger leaves of the papaya, they will form a clusters. That is bunchy top of papaya. Yellowing disease of coconut. The coconut will become little bit yellowish in nature and it may fall down. Then yellow color of saddle spike disease. Okay, little leaf disease of brinjal. Next one is your rickettsia. This is another important group of prokaryote. Okay, H.T. Rickett, he had discovered that one in the year 1909 while working in the Rocky Mountain spotted fever. In human beings it occurs. Okay, children, and this rickets is very small in size. They are non-motile, rod-shaped structure, spherical shaped structure. Okay, any of the structure they may occur. Then they will show the reproduction by the binary fission. The cell wall is made up of mucopeptide along with the cytoplasm such as your DNA, RNA. Then children, when we talk about the human disease, it may cause your typhus. Okay, Q fever, rock mountain spotted fever, rickettsial fox, this all disease may occur. They are very sensitive towards the antibiotics. Next important thing is, children, that economic importance of Monera. Just like how we had seen for the bacteria, in the same manner we will see the complete economic importance of your Monera. In this point, children, you have to, when you will prepare the notes, you have to write two main things, that what are the useful factors and what are the harmful factors. So children, the first important economic importance of Monera is they are the decomposers. So they are going to recycle the complex chemical compound into simpler one and they will mix it back to the nature. Okay, for that purpose, children, they need any of the dead organic matter. That dead organic matter easily they can decompose into smaller particles or the simpler particles and it will be mixed in the nature. Next one, children, nitrogen fixer. What is nitrogen fixer? Nitrogen fixer is nothing but, children, they convert the atmospheric free nitrogen into the nitrogen fixer. Then children, for that purpose they need rhizobium bacteria. That rhizobium bacteria that is present in the root nodules of the leguminous plant, and they will fix the atmospheric nitrogen into nitrates and nitrites, and which can be easily utilized by other organisms including the plants and living organism. Along with that, some non-anaerobic bacteria are there such as your azotobacter, clostridium. They also plays that same thing. Then cycling of the matter such as your carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, sulfur, oxygen, they can be recycled in the form of carbon cycle, oxygen cycle, nitrogen cycle, and so on. For that also the monomer plays very important role. Then symbiotic form. Symbiotic form means they will show the mutual beneficial relationship. Okay children. So mutual means what they are taking from other, they will also give that one. So beneficial relationship they will show. Then symbiotic association, here mutual understanding is going to occur. And symbiosis also, both will survive and they will show a good relationship. So this is 3 type of symbiotic forms. Slight difference is there among that 3. Okay, in the first case you can take the example of lichen that totally absorbs the minerals and water such as your cyanobacteria. Then your symbiotic, here in this case they will use that all things for the fermentation purpose such as your acetic acid. You people are using vinegar for your Chinese food. So for their preparation it may be used. And symbiosis, you take the example of your fungus and your tall trees. Okay. So not take that one, you take the example in this case about the rhizobium bacteria, how the leguminous plants utilize that rhizobium bacteria for fixing the nitrogen. Then children, the disease causing. As I said, each and every organism is having both the aspects, that is they will show the beneficial relationship also and they will show your disease condition also. So the tabular form is given children, just go through once. Name of the disease is given and what is the pathogenic bacteria that is given. Gornia, Neisseria goroia, that is the causal organism. Leprosy, Mycobacteria lepra. Typhoid, Salmonella typhi. Cholera, Vibrio cholera. Then your food poisoning, Clostridium botulinum. So these are some of the causal organism along with the disease name for the human beings. Go through nicely children for your competitive exam in future. It plays very important role. Sometime it may ask, especially this all. What are the bacterial disease? So the name of the bacterial disease it may ask. 13 bacterial disease name is given for the human beings. Gornia, tuberculosis, leprosy, plague, typhoid, cholera, pneumonia, tetanus, syphilis, whooping cough, diphtheria, food poisoning, meningitis. So this 13 very important, just you know what all the bacterial disease. Then in animal case children, it may cause anthrax of sheep, black legs of animals. Clostridium showi is responsible for the black leg of animals and Bacillus anthracis that will be responsible for the anthrax of the sheep. Then the plant disease, citrus canker such as your Xanthomonas citri, blight of rice, Xanthomonas oryzia, potato wilt, Pseudomonas solanacearum, black rot of cabbage, Xanthomonas campestris, and so on children. Just go through it along with the causal agent. Okay children, very important this one. If you are learning, if you are remembering this all, you will be getting good marks for your competitive exam if you are having a goal to fight any of the competitive exam. Okay children, and you have to prepare the notes. I hope everybody is preparing the notes. If any type of problem is there regarding the notes preparation, Madam had made one WhatsApp group, your class teacher. So at that group, you try to, don't put the particular images in that group. You send it to me in personal number, and so that I make correction there and I will show you again. Okay, what's the correct points, you have to note it down. What all things you have to write regarding the notes, that I will tell you. Everybody have to prepare the notes children. Don't take it in a light sense. Later, now it is just 2.1. Second chapter just we had started. Later what will happen, one after the other, I am going on explaining and you people will feel burdened to write the notes. So it's good to write from the beginning. Okay children, thank you. Take care.